Hey, it's Madeline from Embrace the Madness. I hope everybody is doing okay today and you've been taking care of yourself. It's a crucial time to make sure that we are adamantly exercising self care because if we want to be part of this movement and show up and stay active, then a lot of that requires filling our own cup and making sure we are in a good place so that we can bring all of our energy and all of our heart. And so those are my wishes for you. Today's a pretty cool episode because it's number 30. I've done 30 podcast episodes after this one, so that's wild to think about. So for everybody who has stuck around and kept listening and supported me, thank you so much. I couldn't do it without all of you guys listening and stuff. So, another cool thing about today's episode is I got to talk to my friend Odd. He is a local musician here in Memphis, and you'll get to hear his story. He lately has been doing a lot of lo fi, those like slow beats. If you don't know what lo-fi is, you should check it out. It's really cool. But yeah, he does that. He is trying to open his eyes and his style to all different sorts of genres. Lately, he's been working on some hybrid trap, which is like a lot of the music that I like listening to. So he's just super, super versatile, super creative, and super funny. And I'm really excited for you guys to get to know him. This episode is kind of long, but that doesn't mean that it's not full of great content. So, without further ado, I will hand it over to our combo. Odd, are you there? Oh no. I can't hear you though.
Okay. Let me try with my laptop then. Let me try.
Okay.
How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Um, I got a lot of homework to do. Not too thrilled about that.
You said you
But
have homework?
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm finishing this.
I'm gonna have to wait till you get on your computer.
Okay. Give me a
I
second.
just couldn't hear anything.
You couldn't hear anything at all. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, I was saying I have homework to do. I'm doing some homework.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's never fun to do.
Yeah, that I don't miss school at all.
I know I don't miss it neither. It sucks. So yeah, so how you doing?
I'm good. Just kinda taking it day by day, like, I don't know, it's just like there's something new every day, so I'm just like, "Today's a new day."
Right.
But I'm doing okay, surprisingly well. I sprained my foot, last week, so I'm just, like, trying not to go anywhere.
That sucks. That
Yeah,
sucks.
but I think it's getting better, but anyways.
You working on any new music?
Yeah, actually, I mean, like, kinda the same since, I was talking to you, but yeah, like, I'm trying to detail my mix, and I keep, like, going back and forth about which songs I wanna put in there, but yeah, I feel like for some reason, just this whole movement's, like, giving me this energy to, like, do musically, so that's kinda cool.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it seems like I've been waiting, for, like, that inspiration to hit, but and now I'm just like, "Okay, it's fine." And it doesn't sound bad at all, like, I'll have to send you or you can just wait for,
I'm always willing to listen to your new stuff and seeing where you're coming up with. So, whenever you feel comfortable to send it to me, by all means.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For everybody on the podcast, this is Odd. He is my friend. You're not from
Right.
Memphis, are you?
Huh?
You're not from Memphis, are you?
Yes, I am.
You are? Like,
Yep.
you were born here?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Born
sick.
ready.
Me too.
Dope.
But
Oh,
yeah, I does music in Memphis. Yeah,
yay.
and he's an he's an inspiration and a kind human being, so, of course, he's on the show.
Yay! I finally made
I
it.
know when you came up to me that night and you were like, yeah, I listened to your podcast," and I was like, it's not very often that my music and my podcast life come together, so it was like, "Oh, shit," like so it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, your podcast came across. I mean, the first time I literally saw you was when you performed at
Oh, the Black
Black
Lodge.
Lodge. Yeah, yeah. We didn't meet then, but I saw you on stage. I'm like, damn, she got tons of energy. She's doing great. And I was asking a few people like, who is that? And they was like, oh, it's Maddie. She's new on the block. I was like, she killing this. She got tons of energy. She got the
Ah,
people
thank
going.
you.
I took my friend to his first EDM experience, and it was yours. And
Oh,
he was like, damn, bro, she hard. I like, yeah. I'm like, this is my first time seeing her.
hell yeah.
So he enjoyed himself. He kind of got inspired to start doing it. He bought some turntables, so I don't know what the
Oh
I don't
my
know.
god, it's a whole nother movement.
I don't know what
Everybody's creativity.
I don't know what he's planning on doing, but hey, I'm all support on that. But yeah, that was my first time like literally seeing you on stage. But yeah, when I saw you at Growlers, I wanted to, come to you and just tell you like, hey, look, I like your podcast and I dig what you're doing.
Thanks, yeah, and now you're here.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here to talk. I'm here to talk. I don't do a lot of podcasts or interviews unless it's something it's somebody I vibe with. I feel like that we're kind of like
Fuck yeah.
and yeah, because I did some earlier stuff as odd and I felt like some people was, they was poking fun at it. They didn't really get it and they just wanted to make it in the podcast entertaining or whatever. I just feel like they wasn't asking the right questions because they're not creatives.
Right.
And I try to like avoid doing a lot of things that I feel like people not understand about what I'm trying to do, or not asking the right type of questions, or they just don't get it. They just scared to say that they just don't get it. And when I try to explain it to them, they still don't understand it. So I just be like,
Right.
all right.
Right. Well, and kind of the conversation to give you guys context is I was asking Odd about like releasing music for the first time and he was helping me like get it make sure it sounded good and he told me just to be fearless and just to keep pushing and so I was like dang like he's right and I feel like in the music world totally or like the creative world totally but also just being fearless in your life period.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You can't live in fear because you miss out on some opportunities, whether it's a failure, a positive or a negative, because some negative experience that we have in life, we try to avoid them because it's scary to go through those things. But sometimes those things can be learning experiences that
Hmm.
you learn and you take with you and you pass it on to somebody else, or you tell people, "Hey, I went through this. This was my experience," and you just never know. So instead of being afraid of going through things, I think you should just go ahead and just be fearless and just do it. Like, I was always afraid of. I was a little bit afraid of heights. I ain't gonna say I was completely 100% afraid of heights. I was a little bit afraid of heights, but uh, going to the Empire State Building and looking down was
Oh
quite the
shit.
experience. Yeah, it was quite the experience.
How long did you have to wait in line?
I waited for quite a long time, but you
Yeah.
have this, you had this thing in your stomach, like, hey, so here we are, we here now, and
Oh yeah, in the elevator.
it's like a building, and you wait, you
Well,
have to
don't you
sit up.
like go up different floors? I went, but I can't remember how they had it laid out.
You
Kind of
go
like
up
a
different.
museum.
Yeah, it's like a museum. You go up different floors, they have different things, and then you reach out to the top, and they may have a line, or maybe depends on what time of the day that you're going. You can probably just get up in there and just kind of look around and seeing what's going on in there. It's dope, but I did it. I looked down. I was like, "Oh shit!" But I did it though. I did it. I did a lot of things that I in my life that I didn't expect that I would do, and it just catered to me just being
Like
curious
what?
about it. Yeah.
Like what things?
Taking a chance going to New York for one. That
Oh,
was a
yeah,
big
why
one.
did you go there?
Something different, and I wanted to experience that and just live and breathe that lifestyle because you watch it on TV, you see it in like the streets and
Oh,
you
yeah.
running up and down the streets and stuff. So I wanted to experience that. And plus, you know, um, I like the New Yorkers' attitudes. Like they constantly on the go. They don't like how we have small talk here. They don't have time for that. They just keep going and going and
I
going and
know
going.
they don't smile up there, and I was like,
No, they don't. They don't. They don't smile. They don't greet you. You try to have a little small conversation. They be like, "Hey, what is it that you want so I can get it to you?" I was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh my god.
Right. You're like, okay, well, let me get a ham and cheese sandwich then.
Right? Oh my
Uh,
god. I
but
love the Subway.
I love the subway. I love being on that subway. I fell
Heck
asleep on
yeah.
the subway one time. My friend and I got lost.
Oh,
He,
no.
yeah, he was scared, and I told him I've been to New York plenty of time, bro. Just relax, just follow the map. I told him just follow. Like, man, I'm freaking out, man. You know where you going? I like, man, just chill out. And he was in such of a rush to get off the damn subway. We ended up at Staten Island, and our loft was up in Queens. So I was
Oh,
like,
shit.
bro, we at the Staten Island Ferry, and I was like, bro, we in Staten Island, like, man. So,
That's where the Statue of Liberty is, right?
and I was
Okay.
like, he was like, so I mean, how far is that from Queens? I'm like, bro, we on the other side of the city, man. It's gonna take at least 45 minutes to maybe an hour. Man, I don't care, man. We gonna get there. Like, if you had just listened to me and just been patient, we would have got to Queens.
Maybe he was really scared then.
He was scared. It's his first time in New York, and he didn't know how to maneuver in the city.
Ah,
Yeah, he didn't know how to maneuver in the city, and I told him like, look, and he didn't bring his charger with him. I said I always have my charger with me.
amateurs.
I know, right? I know. He just didn't get it, but he got it that night.
Oh
But I
my
love
god.
New York. I love it there. I got
How long
friends
did you
there
live there?
for a year and some
Hell
change.
yeah.
Some year and some change.
I was gonna say, which do you like better, Memphis or New York? But I feel like they're kinda different.
They're way different. New York is way more acceptable to ideas
Yeah.
and they're more open to it. Whereas Memphis, if you tell them something new, they just kind of be like, But then when they start seeing other people doing, then they'll be like, oh yeah, yeah, I mess with that. That's nice. Yeah, 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 yeah. So it's like information has always been slow getting here as
Mhm.
far as style, music, movie, or ideals at that. But in New York, ideas just come rapidly. If you have an ideal and you have a group of people that support you, they behind you 110%.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and the music scene is way more diverse there too. It's a mixed factor there. But New York is not the same as it was when I was there. It's completely different
When were you there?
now. 2012 ish
Oh,
to
shit, so that was right after 9/11.
10 years before. So yeah. So yeah, I was around.
Oh,
I was there.
shit, what the fuck? I was just thinking. Oh my god.
I was like, I was there way past 9/11.
Oh my god, you're like, "Yeah."
I was like, I mean, the World Trade Center, the Oculus is where the World Trade Center is at now. The Oculus is like this
Is that
underground mall.
museum?
It's an
Oh,
underground mall. Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. It
dang.
has tons of stuff. But for me, I like shopping there, Harlem, because Harlem has some of the best stuff for me. So I like shopping there, and I usually get some shoes from when I was working at the airport. I travel to New York frequently and uh, go shopping there and chill for a minute.
Do you go there a lot? You were saying you had friends there.
I do. A fellow musician by the name of Doc Brass. He lives there. He stays on the outskirts of New York, like in the countryside of New York. Um, I when I was working at the airport, and that was the only reason I was working at the airport was the travel benefits because you can fly for free. So I
Ooh,
was, yeah, I know, right? I know. And I went to some places. We'll get into that though, but I went up there frequently and just just to kind of get away. You know, you it's good to travel and to familiarize yourself with different cultures and different people,
totally.
and you know you get different perspectives on things, and it's always good. And I'm the type of person, I love traveling. I like meeting new people and experiencing new things. And also too, it's good for a musician. It's good to be around other types of musicians, other people who got
Mhm.
different styles, and seeing where y'all mash up together with. So it's dope. And like I said, Doc Brass is a good friend of mine. I got a couple other people that I talked to online from New York, and some of my friends that was in New York, they're not there no more. They moved to LA.
Oh,
So
shit. Have you been to
yeah,
LA?
yes, I have been to LA.
What do you think about that?
LA is
You don't even have to say anything else.
you know, LA. Hey, listen. If you want to be, if you want to pursue musician or be an actor or writer or a film director, LA is the place. But the people there,
Yeah,
yeah, you're gonna meet a lot of models, a lot of actors, a lot of actresses, a lot of different people, and it can be pretty overwhelming, and there's a lot of different personalities you got to kind of deal with being there. So
yeah,
yeah, but if you want to be an actor or anything dealing with the entertainment business, that's where it's at. But as far as living there, it's cool. I like the beaches and stuff like that, but it's the vibe is not quite like New York is.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think is the best, I guess, does it even matter, like, where to be in, like, which city to be in for, like, music? Like, I feel like
Uh,
in LA, since it seems like it's oversaturated. Like, if I went out there, like, I feel like, you know, it would just be like, "Oh, yeah, join the rest of them."
Well, here's the thing. LA it is the place to be because again, just like New York is very diverse, it's very open to
Yeah,
ideas and suggestions. And just like what you said earlier, it's easy for you to land into one of those groups, and part of those groups will can help you catapult yourself. I think when I saw that you was part of the all girl DJ group that you're in,
oh, yeah, girl
one,
gang.
yeah, one of the girls, she's from LA. I forgot her name, and I saw her a few times in one of the Ridium groups that I'm be in, and she's from LA, and she seems to be doing really well out there. So
Oh, that's
um,
cool.
yeah, and so LA is you can land somewhere there. It is the place to be, but me personally, for my type of personality, is cool for me to be there, but it's not a place that I would just want to live. I live there
Yeah,
for a certain amount of time to get myself in a position, then I'll probably move out of
yeah.
there.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like not I don't know, it does kinda come off a little bit superficial, but
Yeah,
that could
yeah.
just be me too, but
It could be both. It could be me too. And but I spent some time out there, and like I said, if you're pursuing what we're pursuing, it's the ideal place to be at.
yeah. I
And
feel
just
like everybody's out there, so you could collab really easily.
yeah, it's easy to get into studio sessions. It's easy to collab with people. It's easy to set up shows and sets. Like I said, I got a bunch of friends and a bunch of people that stay out there. And a friend of mine, he throws a lot of festivals out there. I be camping on his couch when I come out there and stuff like that. And it's cool. I like it, but it's not like New York though. It's not,
Mhm.
it didn't touch me the way New York did.
Yeah.
Yeah, something about New York. I think because of the edge, it's edgy in
Mhm.
New York. It's a different type of edge than it is in LA.
And then an even other different edge than Memphis.
Yeah, yeah. Memphis is
How would
Memphis.
you differentiate the edges?
Um, uh,
I mean, I feel like it's pretty raw here.
it is raw. It is raw and uncut here, but I think in New York they're not really they're not really like biased to what you selling. It's like either you they like you or they don't. And sometimes they'll tell you to their face like, "Hey, no, that ain't it" or whatever.
Oh my god.
Here, it's like you really
What?
don't know if what you're doing is dealing with people, and people are so hard to impress here.
Right.
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, they very hard to impress here, and you really just kind of gotta be. I would say to survive in both cities, you just kind of really gotta be in your own lane and really
Mhm.
just, stay in your own little box and have your few people that you mess with, and I just keep moving like this. So,
Yeah. It's
but
good advice.
yeah, yeah, it's that's the best advice. You can't let a lot of people around you because you don't know what people's intentions are, and you don't know what their goals are and what they're trying to do. And sometimes people just trying to sneak around and see what you're doing or whatever. So it's just best to stick with people that's genuinely about helping you and you're about helping them, and y'all just keep that tight click together. So I guess there's really no big difference from New York and Memphis when it comes to the edginess. It's just that New York just more in your face, where it is Memphis, you really can't, you really don't know how some people perceive you or whatever. You really can't tell. But in New York, it's just more in your face. But there's really no real big difference. It's just that New York has more opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have more opportunities, and it's way more, a lot of other things to do. Memphis had over the years, Memphis has just started to grow into doing different things now. Like there's a lot more things going on here now, but back then it wasn't like this at all.
In Memphis, you mean?
Uh-huh.
Well, I was looking at your Facebook info just because, I needed to know about you. And you're born in 87, so you're 6 years older than me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I guess you just
Don't
would've
say it too
I'm
loud
just
though.
trying to what?
At my age, don't say it too loud.
Oh my gosh.
Now I'm just
Well,
messing with you.
I'm right behind you.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing.
Yeah, so I guess 6 years is enough difference because I guess I would have been younger, but okay, so tell me about your whole entire life up until now.
My whole
I
entire
mean
life up
I
until
mean,
now.
if you had to let someone get to know you and, because I was reading some of your bios and, how your dad I think you said that he was a huge inspiration for you. Like,
Yeah.
tell me about all that. Tell me about why you're in music. Tell me about yourself.
I'm kind of a enigma to myself sometimes.
Right?
And I guess you can say I was this plum fat kid back in the day who uh, lived in his own head. I didn't really want to just was just bothered by anybody. As long as you kept a TV and some toys around me, I'm happy. I don't ask for too much. I grew up in my both my parents are still together to this day. They've been together for I think
So
40 something years.
rare.
Yeah, I know. And, they're still together, and my dad was in my life the whole step of the way. But that doesn't mean that just because I want people to understand, just because your parents are there the whole way of your life doesn't mean that you don't go through things differently.
Right.
And sometimes there's a generation gap where things will work for them isn't the same as what it will work for me growing up. You dig what I'm saying?
A little bit,
So,
yeah.
yeah, so it's not like I could just come to them about different things, and sometimes I wouldn't come to them different things. I feel like their advices or their ideas is not how I'm feeling it should be. I have my own ideas on how to handle situations. Like, I dealt with being bullied around. I guess because I was just this chunky kid who really didn't bother anybody, and people would try to, make me into like an example or whatever. And over the course of time, I developed a skill set to learn how to fight. And there was a lot of fighting going on in my lifetime or whatever. And it just taught me how to stand on my own 2 feet, and being able to handle situations when they come, and just learning how to deal with those. I mean, every situation was different from what I dealt with, but I definitely I can categorize myself as being more of a loner as a kid, and somewhat in adulthood too, like just really a loner type of guy. I mean, I had friends, I had associates, people that I played with. I played sports, and I I played in the neighborhoods and stuff like that, and played sports. But music, my dad was always into music, and music didn't hit me right off the bat. He tried different things. He tried to get me into the band. I had this can I curse on here?
Fuck yeah.
I had this fucking trumpet that was a pain in my ass. I tried to they gave us a list of instruments that we can try, and the saxophone and the drums was the most popular instruments in the
Right.
classroom. Everybody took that, and I was stuck with the fucking trumpet, and I hated it. I hated every minute of it. I never did learn it. I didn't want to learn it. I didn't care nothing about it. My dad bought me a bass guitar, which was something he learned to do.
So just
And
kinda trying to put his interests onto you,
yeah,
or to see if you would.
he tried, and it still just wasn't connecting. I was like 10 and 11 years old when he was doing this stuff. It still wasn't getting me. I just like, I
Yeah.
don't know. I thought sports was gonna be my thing, because I was trying to figure out like, what am I gonna do in my life? I don't know what I want to be. I don't know what I'm interested in. I was a floater. Like, I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do. I was a floater. I didn't know anything. I wasn't aware of anything. So I was like, I just lived in my own head. Video games, toys, and movies. That's what my life. Going outside playing kickball, and doing crazy shit. That was my thing. So yeah, music didn't hit me till like I was 15 years old. That's
Okay.
when it hit me. And I'm gonna tell you what,
Did you go to
hey,
school here?
yeah, I go to school here? Yes.
Where did you go?
I went to Kirby Middle School, all throughout Kirby Middle School. I went to Kirby High School my freshman year. Then I went to Germantown High School for the rest of my high school year.
Oh, okay. I think that's where my parents went.
Yeah, Germantown, '05. Graduate '05. Yes. Yes, it's been a minute. I did not go to my high school reunion.
I know, I feel like mine's coming up and I'm just like, I am not friends with any of you guys.
Yeah, yeah, it's like, hey, I wasn't really cool with none of y'all. So it's like,
Right? Like, you made fun of me.
you made fun of me, you try to make me into an example, and some of the girls rejected me. And it's like, I'm straight. I'm straight. There's no point in me going up there. But the music bug hit me when I was like 14 or 15 years old. Um, it was when I saw, first of all, it was two albums that influenced me heavily when I was getting into music. Well, three albums. It was Prince and the Revolut Prince Purple Rain. It was Purple Rain. Yeah, I know, and the album was amazing, and the movie really was sold. The movie was shitty, but the album was great. And it was Eminem, Marshall Mathers LP, and it was DMX. It was hot. It was dark and hell is hot, and those are like the albums that kind of pushed it. And I had a buddy of mine's at the time. He was white, and I know this is gonna sound cliche or whatever, but yeah, he was a white guy and white kid, and we was cool, we was friends, and he was telling me, a lot of these hip hop dudes sample music, like majority of Marshall Mathers stuff was sampled. And I was like, where they sampling from? They sampling from some of the rock music. And he was like, I don't know if I can. I said, I don't know if I can get into rock music. And his dad, his dad was gracious enough to have me do like a history of the type of music he listened to back in the day. And I hate to admit it though, but I became a fan of that too. And
Rock music?
yeah, like He played me some Led Zeppelin, some
Oh
AC.
god, like the hair metal?
Yeah, yeah. And he played me some AC/DC. He played me some Rolling Stones, the Beatles. He had like a shit ton of music, and I dissected it, and then like I started vibing with it. I was like, oh, okay, okay. It's the songs that was really resonate to me, and I was like, but what really got me wanting to make music is that when I'm jumping around here, but I'm just telling you like the
I'm
the
listening,
evolution.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but what really got me into wanting to make music was when Eminem, because I love Marshall Mathers LP. I love that album
I know
too.
I just saw you did like a Stan remix and I was like, "Damn, I love that song."
I know, I love this song, and
It's so like just gets your fucking heart.
so like it was a hard album, but I like Slim Shady LP too.
Yeah.
That was my
I
first introduction to Eminem.
I think that's my favorite,
The Slim Shady LP,
yeah. Well, just like, uh oh, wow, it said Zoom just gifted me a
Unlimited
time
Minutes.
limit. Yeah.
I saw that. I saw that.
Fuck.
Congratulations. That means we're having a
The
good
universe was like, "Y'all need more time."
conversation.
Yeah,
So
I just like Slim Shady, I guess just because he's pretty fearless. He's like, "Fuck you."
right, yeah, that's what my mentality was back then. I was really like F everybody type of thing, and that album was so good. And so I forgot to tell you another album that really influenced me was the Chronic 2001. It was Dr. Dre Chronic 2001. I don't know. It was Eminem and Dr. Dre
Oh
and
my
DMX
god.
back then, and Dr. Dre was making all the Eminem beats. So
Oh, yeah, I remember when what was that song that was on the radio?
forgot about Dre's
Uh, I don't even freaking remember. Never
Guilty
mind.
Conscience. The
It
list
was
goes
like
on.
Dr. Dre and Eminem. Oh, are you saying that was all I don't
Yeah,
really
those
even know.
yeah, those are the name. I think it was Forgot About Dre. That don't or whatever it was. But yeah, I think that's the one you're talking about, if I'm not mistaken. They did so many songs together. But
Right, that makes sense.
I saw Dre in the studio on an MTV clip, and he was making the beats. And I'm talking about like I will listen to these albums straight through. The CDs are scratched up and shit. I don't even know where they is anymore. But I was listening to this like nonstop, and his music, his drums was so superior. His mixes were so superior. It sounded so good. And I had to do my background on Dr. Dre. I was like, he was a DJ before he started making beats. And so, then the journey of finding music and listening to new music and finding new artists just started happening. And then that's when I got into high school. You had all these different music going on. Of course, during like the early 2000s, music was changing, but also changing for the better. But you had like a lot of different types of music, and I just I started falling in love with it. And then that's when I told my dad, like, okay, you now I got the music bud now. Now I want to be a producer. I want to be a producer. That's what I want to do. He like, well, you need to learn an instrument. I was like, no, you don't. All I need is a beat machine. And I was like, he's
Yeah,
like, no, you
dad.
need to learn an instrument.
Did he make you or like how old were you in high school when you told him that? Like, were you still living with him?
Yeah, yeah. I was still living with both my parents.
Still in that little house.
Yeah, and I was like, I want to do music. I want to do it now. And he was like, you need to learn an instrument. So he told me I should play the fucking piano, and
I mean, it paid
uh,
off.
huh?
I mean, it paid off, right?
I you know, I can meddle around the piano. I like to call myself David Copperfield of playing the piano. If you really look closely, I can make it look like I'm doing something, but
Oh my god, I know your secret.
yeah, yeah. But listen, seriously now. I know my chords, I know my skills. I never could really get the dexterity down pat when it comes to playing. And dexterity means just the flow.
Yeah, that flow seems like, it just practice, I guess, says that? Would you say
Yeah,
that?
yeah. And I lose my patience with it because
Same.
my goal was to make beats. I wanted to make music. I didn't want to do this musician shit.
Yeah.
I wanted to be like Lil Jon, Dr. Dre, all these different people. I wanted to make beats. And
Right.
then when I was hearing how much these dudes was making off of their beats, I like that's insane. But I really wanted to just produce a classic album and do that. So we're starting it before I was Odd Wilson, my journey into music production. Uh, before I shifted into Odd Wilson, like I was trying to get into music production, and I did to a certain degree. And I bought my first piece of equipment. I bought was well, for one, my parents bought me this little DR5 beat machine, and I like that little DR5. It was fun, but it didn't do nothing for me. And after that, my mom lent me her computer, and I bought this program called Reasons, Propeller Head Reasons 2.5.
Is that like, a doll?
Yes, it was a dog. Actually, what's funny is that dolls was like the not common thing to do back then. Back then, people were spending like hundreds and thousands of dollars on equipment, whether you was buying two turntables or you were buying music equipment to make your music off of, like analog keyboards, drum machines, even computers back then. You spend about $15,000 off of this stuff. So
Jeez.
yeah, so just a little fun fact for people that I came from that era where you had to buy that stuff, but I was in a weird position where analog was on its way out the door and digital was coming in.
Oh, so
So
you kinda got both.
yeah, I did. I did. I
That's
had
cool.
analog gear. I had a friend who had a studio, which was my keyboard teacher. He had a studio upstairs, and now I go up there and watch them make beats, and I made beats on their gear. And then I was saving up money to buy my own stuff. So I was working at Little Caesars, holding that damn sign up all the time and
Oh,
going,
no.
yeah, yeah, I did all that. I was holding the sign and making pizza. It was fun though. It was fun. It was a fun experience working
Yeah.
for Jesus. So I did that and was saving my money up. And then my friend was like, "Hey, bro, you don't even need to save up any more money. All you need is this little dog here." I was like, "What the hell is this?" He was like, "Man, this is propeller head reeds." I was like, "Man, I'm good, bro. I want the real stuff." Like, nah, this is the real stuff. This is as real as it's gonna be. This is the way of the future. I like this is like 2003, 2004. I was like, okay, well, let me give this a try. And I listened to it. I was like, damn, these sounds are almost authentically sounding
Yeah.
uh, instruments. I was like, okay. And I've been, I evolved in other dolls since then, but Reason was my first. And I didn't have to buy, I didn't have to spend $15,000 on equipment, and plus, like I said, analog was on its way out the door.
Yeah.
So
DAW
it's,
stands for digital audio workstation, right?
yes.
Okay. I'm just, like, thinking about these people are probably like, "Why do they keep saying doll?"
Yes. So before I was Odd Wilson, I was just a music producer who was living in Memphis, working with a lot of underground people. My first experience in DJing was a friend of mine was throwing a party, and they DJ something was happening with him, and he needed somebody to get up on there. And
Oh, shit.
yeah, and I had no experience in DJing. I didn't know nothing about transitions, didn't know anything. I just played some music and I was nervous as hell. And
I bet.
unfortunately, I won the crowd. I guess they were just too drunk to hear what I was doing, though.
Is that before you had your head?
Yes, this is all before I had my head. Yep.
Okay.
That was my first experience. But at the time, I still didn't know anything about DJing or anything like that. Like I said, I was a music producer. I was studying the craft of becoming a music producer, like how to mix, how to make the beat sound fuller, how to do
Uh-huh.
this, how to do that. But my beats were like it wasn't normal beats that Memphis people wanted. They wanted like bounce and 808s and stuff like that. So I had to switch a style that I was used to doing and completely go left field and go into a different direction and start adding 808s and stuff like that. And
Hell yeah.
I was just like, it was fun, it was cool, but
I mean, at
I,
least the 808, like, that's a good compromise. Like, they're good.
they fun. They fun to do. It's fun to play. But back then I was like a big Dre fan, and I was trying to be like him, and people in Memphis wasn't accepted to that. And I was
Mm,
like, that's when I was like, it's time for me to get up out of this city. It's really time for me to go because I feel like I wasn't like trying, I wasn't growing here, and people were just trying to constantly make me change. But also
right.
too, I developed a craft to where the musicianship did play in because I was doing R&B music and pop music and different sorts of things, adding reggae into my production. So I had a very well versed type of production that I was learning and doing, and it did get me to some places and stuff like that. Like I worked with a couple of artists that went to BET 106 and Park and performed, and I got my music into some commercials and stuff like that. So
Oh, no,
uh,
that's so cool.
yeah, I like I said, I had a very diverse background as just the producer, but as most people do, you evolve, you change, and your perceptive change about things. Like, what did this all mean to me? What did my goal wasn't realistic as a producer to compare to how it is with me being Odd Wilson. Now we're getting to the point of when did Odd Wilson emerge?
Yeah.
And I had to cut that short down because there's a lot of other detail stuff to it. But Odd Wilson came from just depression. I'm in my late 20s. I have a crappy job that I hate, and it's just like I just couldn't do it no more. You know what I mean? And the music wasn't progressing like I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? I kept running into
Yeah.
dead end
Yeah.
after dead end after dead end. And it's like everybody has a situation and they want you to be a part of it, and they don't want to talk about no money. They don't want to talk about none of that stuff. They just want you to be a part of it, and you know what I'm saying, they want you to do stuff for free all the time and stuff like this. So I don't know, I had a bad taste for it after a while.
Yeah.
And it just, I was sinking in depression. I was gaining weight. I was, especially when I came back from New York, I was depressed coming back to Memphis because I felt like New York was a failure in so many ways. And I came back here, I gained a lot of weight. I was eating a
I'm
little
sure
skinny.
you walked a shit ton in New York too, right?
I did. I lost a lot of weight. I was living a clean, healthy life being in New York. I was a vegan.
Oh my
I
God.
I know I was clean eating. I was happy. I just ran out of cash and I had to come back. So, plus my dad got sick too. So, I had to come back home. It's not like I came back to take care of him. I just, when your dad have a heart attack, say you want to come back and, see what's going on and stuff like,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
my father. So,
Yeah, of course.
but after he's better now. He's 100%. He's moving and grooving like
Hell
nothing
yeah.
ever happened.
Has he ever been to any of your shows?
Yes, yes, he has. And that was like my earlier shows when I was a bit dry. I was a bit dry. I didn't know how to perform or anything like that. I was a little bit dry. And a lot of people don't understand. The only reason I'm dry is because I got this big ass head on my shoulders.
What do you
And
mean when you say dry? Like not dancing?
not dancing, just hit and play. Just like shaking my shoulders, trying not to make the head fall off and stuff.
Oh yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, he like plays with this big, is it paper mache?
It's paper mache,
Yeah,
yes.
it's like a huge head, but it looks so fucking cool.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank
Okay, so when did you decide that you needed to play with this head versus not? Like, what was going through your mind when you're like, "Well, maybe I should do this cool head." Does that make
Uh,
sense?
yeah. So I was, when depression hits, I was like I said, this was like 2016 when I was going through this, and I was just really just kind of like saying, "Fuck music. I'm gonna like go back to college and try to make sense of my life." Because but it was this movie. It was two things that happened. I knew I wanted to change my approach on making music because I wanted to make sense for me to make music again. But also
Right.
I just wanted to kind of go ahead and approach as a artist instead of just thinking like a producer. So what made the decision was is that I was listening to a lot of different genres that I didn't even know that existed, like lo-fi, vaporwave, and of course I was a big
Yeah.
fan of electronic music because I was at that time I was listening to Skrillex a little bit. I was listening to Bass Nader. I know he's not the most popular person right now but at that time I was listening to him, the Cascade. I know he's not the most popular person, but I was listening to him back then though. And
Oh, shit. That was a while back.
yeah, that was a while back, before all this the stuff happened with him. And I don't know. I needed a change, and I knew that I was like, well, I don't know how to DJ, so I need to figure something out, and I need to do something different to elevate myself. But I made a promise to myself that if I go at this, it's not gonna be just for like all about me. I want to influence people. I want to shed a light to other people that there's other directions you can take with music instead of just doing the same thing over and over, because it felt like more like a manufacturing thing when you constantly making beats and you send it out to people, and either
Right.
they like it or they don't. And I got tired of this shit.
Right, because I think that's something that I realized too is like, "Hey, I'm putting my whole heart in this, and I can't just, like, sit here while you tell me you like it or you don't, like, it doesn't fucking matter."
Right, right. And it's like I spent money submitting stuff and didn't get anything but like an advice or an opinion. And it's like I got tired of it, and too many situations that just felt empty to me. I just wasted a lot of time. And it's like, look, either I go all in with this or I just don't do it at all. So I was like, look, I'm gonna just do this. I want to do something creative. I want to do something completely different, supremely left field. I want to try some new things out and be fearless,
Yeah.
and just see what happens. And look, hey, look, if this doesn't work, that's on me. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing I want to say is that I tried. I didn't just came up with an idea and then approach it. Like I went all the way in with it. And I was like, look, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna go all the way with it.
Yeah.
So with I Wilson came up was like, okay, I got this idea. I want to do instrumental stuff. I want to DJ. I want to try to do different things, but I don't know how I want to approach it. I don't know how I want to do it. So one night, I'm gonna tell you where the head came from. So one night, I was watching something on Netflix. It's this movie called Frank, and it's a movie about this dude that wear his head just like mine's. He wears
Uh-huh.
his head and he never takes it off. And the movie is funny because he's a musician too, and he wears his head and he has a band and they just do some like experimental weird music type shit. It's funny as hell, and it's like a real like low budget. It's not low budget. It's an independent film, but
Uh-huh.
it was well put together. And the movie's called Frank, and they based the movie off of this dude from London whose name was Frank Sagabob, or whatever the hell his last name was. Named Frank Sagabob, and he wore the head too, and that's where they got the idea off of. And I did my research on him. He like this little big thing. He was this big thing in London from the '80s, and I was like, you know what? I want to do that. That's what I want to do. I want to wear this big ass head and I want to walk around with it. And I didn't want to take it off. Like I didn't want y'all to see my face, but it gets so damn hot in there.
Yeah, I can
And
only
you know what I'm saying? And
imagine.
then I ain't have no strap, and we didn't create it well enough to where I can just keep it on and don't take it off. So I was like, yeah, I want to do this. I want a big ass head, and I want to wear it. And my influences were like guys like at that time, my influences were like Dead Mouse
Oh,
and
yeah.
yeah, and Marshmello and this rapper named MF Doom. And those were my influences for creating Odd Wilson. But then like that was me just saying like, look, I want to go left field with this. I want to do something different. I want to be able to get out there and do my thing. So yeah, that's where I Wilson emerged. And the name, well, I was called I my whole life. I was called I with people in my class. Like, you so odd, you so odd. I was like, well, I'm gonna just stick with that. And Wilson came from two places. Wilson came from Deadpool, because Deadpool real name is Wade Wilson. And I just
Ah.
yeah, I just got done reading that, and then like Castaway was on at the same time,
Oh my god.
and Tom Hanks
I
just lost.
never would have fucking guessed.
Yeah, yeah, and Tom Hanks just lost Wilson in the water, and I was like, that's the name. That's the name. I Wilson.
That's so
And
cool how it came together.
yeah, and I sketched the head out and went in and sketched it out. I did the design work, and now it's all about trying to find a somebody who can make it.
And you found someone? Aren't you working on it? Oh, that
Uh,
was back then.
that was back then. Yes,
Okay.
I had to find somebody to make it. Yep, and it wasn't easy, but I found this very unique girl who was an art student, and she did an amazing job with it. And the same girl that's working on my new one, her name is Patricia Wilson. Oddly enough,
Oddly enough. Oh my
yeah.
god.
And she was the one that designed it.
So cool.
Yeah, I put a flyer up everywhere, like, "Hey, who can make a paper mache head? This is paid." I did. I put a flyer
I
everywhere.
believe it, I believe it. Call this number.
Yeah, just call this number. I need somebody that can make a paper mache head.
Put it on Craigslist.
Yeah, yeah.
They would
I
have been
did too. I
like,
put it on eBay. You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Hey, who can make a paper mache head?"
"Oh my god."
And she did it. She was an art student at the Memphis College of Art, and I would go up there every week to see the progress of the head and see where it's coming to. And I was showing pictures to everybody. I was excited, and everybody was getting hyped up about it. And hey, it just came to life.
When was this? Like, still 2016 or later?
This was 2017. This was 2017 when I
So
was.
3 years ago.
Yep, yep, yep. Exactly. Like yeah, 3 years ago. I was getting it made early 2017.
Dang.
Yeah, I know, right?
When did you start playing? Because I feel like I mean, I don't think I got into the electronic music in Memphis, that scene, like, maybe, like, I don't even 2 years sounds like a long time. Were you already playing?
So 2017, I created the head. I wasn't doing any shows yet. I was building the audience, and I put out this little small EP, this little instrumental EP. And 2018 was my first show. And shout out to
Okay, shit.
Rob, man. Shout out to Robert from shit
Canvas?
Canvas. Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's where you played?
Yeah, that was my first show, Canvas.
Oh my god.
Yeah, shout out to Rob for letting me come in there and do my show.
Yeah.
And I had people come there. It was a cool set, and Gutter Kick and them showed up at my first show, and shout out to them for showing up at the first show. And they
Oh.
hey, I didn't even know who they was. They just showed up there. I think they were just curious to seeing what I was about. So
Right. That's
and
so badass.
yeah, they came there and showed up, and we had a good time, and it was a good night. I was really drunk that night because I was so nervous. This is my first time.
Right?
Yeah, it was my first time with this head performing. I don't know what the fuck finna happen. I don't even know what I'm doing. I thought I got all of the DJ equipment I thought I needed, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but it turned out to
Yeah, I
be
couldn't
good.
imagine doing that with the head. Because 'cause
Yes,
I'm thinking about everything you said. I'm like, yeah, I felt like scared as shit, but like, oh my God.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, I got to give it to Rob for letting me come there and do my show there. Canvas is always gonna be
Such a
forever.
special place. It's like it's so intimate and like, I don't know, I love it.
I love it too. I love it too. And I actually was gonna throw a show there last month, and all this coronavirus shit happened.
I know, I think they're open, but I'm kinda like, I don't wanna go anywhere.
Yeah, and he didn't hit me up about it, but I was just I'm pretty sure that back in May I think they were still closed. So
Yeah,
yeah, so I just left it alone. But
yeah.
yeah, Canvas was my first show in 2018. I did another one there with Scotty. I think you know him,
Scotty
Planetary.
B.
No, no, no.
Oh,
Planetary.
Planetary Child. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
did one with
I love
him.
Scotty.
Yeah, I like him too. And after that, I was kind of on standstill because I was trying to figure things out with the brand and with Odd and trying to come up with new ways. Because I sometimes when I pull back from the scene, and a lot of people think that when you pull back, it's just because you're not doing anything. That's not really necessarily true. You just evaluating stuff and you're trying to come up with new ways of doing things.
Oh
For
my
certain
god,
people,
yeah.
not everybody think that way, but for some people it is. So I pulled back and was just trying to figure out what direction I wanted to go with my music. And like I was like, the first EP sound more like me still being a producer. It's not really like electronic music, it's more like just beats. And I was like, I don't really want to convey that type of message.
So
uh
you wanted more than beats
yeah, I
at
wanted.
that point?
Yeah, I did. So but I was a huge fan of lo-fi music, and I like lo-fi stuff. And
Oh yeah, didn't you play at the Rec Room?
yes, I threw my first a second show there.
Oh, I wanted to go. I don't know why I didn't.
You
I
you
think I didn't know. I'm just so weird sometimes. Like, I didn't know you at that time, and then I didn't really know anybody else. I'm just weird sometimes, but
it's
anyways.
it's it's perfectly fine. You didn't miss anything. They kind of screwed me that night. So
Welcome to
but
Rec Room.
yeah, I know. We gonna get into that in a minute though, but so 2018, I didn't really do anything in the mid 2008. I was just kind of like on standstill, and then like 2000, late 2018, I released a little small EP, a lo-fi tape, and it got some attention. Then 2019, I was kind of like in a transitional period where I was moving out of my house, and I had to stay with my folks for a little minute. I wasn't really happy about that, and then now I'm back on my feet again though. But it wasn't like 2019 was probably like a good year for me for I Wilson because I dropped the EP and it did really good number wise. It was like a little lo-fi EP, Coffee and Donuts, and then around the summertime, that's when I threw my first show, my very first lo-fi Memphis lo-fi show at Growlers. Shout out to Mark for letting me do this.
Yeah, Mark.
I know Mark is amazing. I
I
love that
miss
guy.
everybody. You're just naming all these people, and I'm like, fuck.
I know they cool people though. You gotta give the people who run these venues, you gotta give them a shout out because they letting
Yeah.
us do our art in there, and they
Fucking Barrett and Josh.
I know I love those guys too. You
I'm
know what
so
I'm saying?
grateful to like at least like I imagine it would be hard to like get shows if you like didn't know the people, you know?
Right. And I feel like every look, no matter where you may be at with some of these people, you still gotta give them props for letting you come in there and let you do
Always.
your thing. And, that's just me because I feel like they didn't have to let us in there.
Right, 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 right.
So
Right.
I to every venue, to every person, Mark, Barry, Josh, Rob, even my guy at Society Memphis skateboard park. Like, thank you. thank you for letting me come in there and do my thing.
Fuck yeah.
And even the rec room, even though I got, I got my opinions about them, but thank you anyway, asshole.
We're not
Anyway,
holding back.
right. But yeah, so last year was a great year for me. I did my first show. It did really well. Then like from July up until January this year, it was just show after show after show after show after show. And it was so consistent. And Mark liked what I did at the Memphis Lo-Fi and invited me to open up for Ill Gates
Oh my
last
god, that's so badass. Did you play, uh, like, hybrid stuff?
At Illgate show, nah, I went for more of a chill electronic soul vibe there.
Okay.
You know what's funny is that I haven't did a hybrid trap set. I only did two hybrid trap set here in Memphis.
Oh my god,
Yep.
we need to do one so bad.
Because I feel like that's where people really feel me when I'm doing it. I did one at Canvas for my first show. That's why I did my first hybrid trap set. Then I did one in January at Drew's show at the Black Lodge. So I feel like that I'm gonna probably do a couple more of
Damn,
those.
I'm like, where have I been?
I don't know, man.
I don't
You
know.
be busy. You be busy. You know what I'm saying? And you be doing your own thing. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know, but I think it's okay because I mean, we just started being friends like this, not this year, but well,
Yeah,
kinda,
kind of.
yeah,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, we did. We did. It was early this year. I think it was a little bit after the Drew show, or maybe before Drew show. I don't know. It was in
I
between there.
think
But
it was in February because I think that was Gutta Kick's birthday, right?
yes.
That's where we met. Okay.
Yep, that's exactly where we met. So yeah, from like I said, from last year in July up until January this year, I was having a run. Like I was having a ball.
That's so badass.
I know, and I was opening up for people. Like, what's funny is that I had a booking agent at one point in time, and she told me that I wasn't manageable or whatever, and
Oh
I
my.
couldn't she couldn't get me in growlers. She was like talking all this shit about growlers and this and that, but then like all it took for me to just put up a post and Mark responded and I got a show in growlers and he kept bringing me back. So yeah. I know she
Damn,
feels
shout out to that lady.
right. I ain't gonna mention her name, but yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's like my control freak nature, but it's like I feel like I would want to be that person. Like, like selling your brand.
Right. It's more it's more liberating when you have control over your own stuff and
Yeah.
you have the responsibility on where you want to take it and where you want to go with it. And
Yeah, I feel like
it's
that's part of like the creative, like the artistry of it is like you want to take people on your journey or
exactly,
just show them, yeah.
exactly. And I think it's been pretty cool, and I got to see what people responded to and what they didn't respond to, and just it's been interesting. But as as a perfectionist that I am, and as harsh as I am with my stuff, I'm always trying to elevate it, especially with what and I'm always trying to correlate with the audience with what I'm doing. So these next shows I do, there's gonna be a little different things. I think you saw me doing some finger drum and stuff, and
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
oh yeah, I am too. And that's gonna be me telling my dad, like, I told you if I was gonna play an instrument that the drums was the thing that I wanted to do. And I never got a drum set.
Yes.
I never got a drum set. So this is my opportunity to play the drums, just finger drumming and just rock out. I think anything that you learn is based off of your emotions. Like if you
Mhm.
was to take on martial arts, I think you should take a martial art that fits what type of style that you are and what type of emotions that you convey with it and what how you feel like you are as a fighter. So that's just how I feel about learning new stuff and your instrument choices or whatever it is that you want to do. I always feel like I was a drummer by heart anyway. So yeah.
Hell yeah. I still feel like I'm just like I think when I first started producing, I'm like, I don't even know where anything goes. So I'm like having to learn that part too.
Yeah, it's a journey. It's a journey nonetheless. But you seem to really been coming along really well with it. And I think the more you keep doing it, I think it's just gonna just keep elevating, keep elevating, keep elevating.
Thanks. I'm really excited. Like, yeah, the stuff that I've been working on, it's just I mean, I'm using people's samples, but that's okay for now.
It's okay. That's no big deal.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. Okay, so I have another question. What do you feel like is missing from the industry that you are trying to like bring? Does that make sense? What do you feel like you have that the industry doesn't that you want to bring to the table?
uh realism,
Fuck
um,
yeah.
just being completely transparent, not trying to follow a trend or just following a path that everybody wants you to do. I think we're in a weird time where um, you can't really you it's just a weird time we're in right now as far as the industry concerned. I mean, it's a positive and then it's a negative to it. But I think realism and that having your music have a voice and stuff like that, I think that's slowly but gradually coming to an end because of the time we're living in now. And I think a lot of people are afraid to speak their minds and be very honest with themselves through their music or their art anymore because we're living in such a sensitive time right now. And back then there used to be a time where you could do that with your music and you could be upfront about things, you could be emotional with your stuff. And I just feel like now everybody's just doing stuff just to be doing it. And if
Yeah, that
anything,
makes
what
sense.
I want to do is create realism about myself and about what I do. I'm not perfect by no means. I have flaws. I can be very impatient sometimes, and I can be somewhat. I do have a little bit of a temper, but I try to hold back from it.
I know, I would never ever guess.
Yeah, I do. I do, and it's gotten better over the course of time, but I do have a temper, and I try my best with therapy and time. I try my best to contain it, and maybe some people may feel like that's just me not showing the real side. Like it's bad. The temper that I have is bad, and it took me some years to try to control it because I wasn't the type of person that just came out and just come out and just say what I felt at the time. I try to ball it in and
Oh yeah.
yeah, just let it sit there and choke it. And over the course of time, especially in high school, it started to come out. And when it came out in a very bad way. So I had to learn how to control it. And it's just I think that we're living in this time where you can't really speak your mind. And I really learned how to just really speak what I felt and just go along with it. But like I think now we're getting to a time where we won't be able to do that amount of things anymore. So if anything, what I want to bring to the industry is just realism, showing that you can achieve anything with just persistence and hard work, and blow away the naysayers of people who doubt you or people who felt like that you weren't going to accomplish this and that, and be fearless. You know, that's the name of the game. Be fearless, and if there's something that you want to do better, then do it. If you feel like you can improve on something, to do it. I don't think people take the time to do that no more. They kind of settle for where they at right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I don't know. I just think that if you feel like that there's something you can improve in, just do it because you can always grow, you can always evolve, you can always change some things, in time. You can always surprise yourself. So I'm not the type of person that just want to just settle. I want to constantly evolve, want to constantly grow, but I also just want to convey some realism to what I do and just have fun doing it too. You know what I mean? I don't think
Yeah.
nobody having fun no more doing this shit. They don't come across like that no more. It's like everybody's so selling records and trying to fit into the crowd and stuff too much.
You said people aren't doing that anymore, having fun?
I don't feel like they are. Are
Well,
they having? Are you have fun?
I know well, yeah, probably too much. I think that was a thing. I was like, "Nobody's doing anything or moving." This
Anything?
is like, this is your favorite music in the whole world and you're not dancing? What's going on?
Yeah, it's like I don't know what the hell's going on. It's
And
like,
there it's probably fear,
yeah,
honestly. Like,
fear.
what would they think if I shook my body or something? I don't know.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know. And then I think, I don't know. I don't know what the future's gonna hold with the industry we in, and not really an industry no more because
The fucking
nowadays you can really just do stuff independently. But a lot of people don't talk about independent costs money, and
right,
it
right.
costs a ton of support to get to where you want to go. So it's not all that glamorous. Yes, you in control of what you're doing, but you also got to put a lot of time, a lot
Mhm.
of money behind it, and a lot of planning and a lot of strategy, and a shit ton of support. So, yeah. So yeah, but to answer your question, that's where I want to bring to the game.
I love it.
Yeah,
No, I agree with you.
fearless and realism. That's what I want to bring.
Yeah. I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you, thank you. I don't feel like people got this close to get to know me like that, like you have, for me to hear me talk about different things like that. And I think people get the wrong misconception about me. They always do because I don't talk that much. I just kind of just listen.
Right. Well, and it's like you're never gonna know if you don't ask too.
Yeah,
Like,
if you really interested,
and I
you ask the
feel
questions.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you're like interested in what I'm doing, I feel like there's like reason for me to like invest my time and energy in like our friendship and being friends with you and supporting you. And like, I think that's something I don't really know why, but like people in Memphis just struggle with, or maybe they're just like so consumed or scared to talk to people. I don't know. It just seems like nobody's like, oh, yeah, tell me about yourself.
I don't think it's so much as them being afraid. I view it as a more of a competition thing.
Yeah.
I think it's
I feel
more.
like that's a whole other podcast.
Yeah, that's a whole nother podcast.
But I agree for sure.
I think it's a competition thing, and they're trying to. They may feel like they're above you, so they just try to keep you at this certain place.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, but yeah, we can talk about that in another podcast.
Oh, I just started thinking about like, oh, why would that be? And like, I wonder if it's like a Memphis thing or a
it's
Southern thing or
nah. It will.
like I feel like there's so many layers, you know?
It's layers to it, but I think it is really a Memphis thing because I never experienced anything like this in NY or being in Atlanta for a little minute. It's not like that. It's like if they see somebody see something in you, they'll take you up under their wing. They show you the ropes, let you evolve, let you grow, and let you do your own thing. They'd be like, "Hey, come on, let's go on and do this." And in this city, it's more like, "No, no, you're gonna stay
They
right here."
like steal your wings.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
like, "Give me those."
yeah. But it's not everybody though. You got some genuine people in the
Oh,
city.
totally, totally.
You got some genuine people. I have met some genuine guys that kind of help you out. Drew Beast being one of them. I love that guy, and hope he's doing well and doing all this stuff. And he's a very genuine guy. And you and a few other people. So yeah, yeah, most definitely. And
Your
William,
boy. Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I love how all y'all have like your own kind of thing. Like You do your finger drumming and, like, your pads, and Will's got his, wicka wicka
Turntable.
turntable, and then Drew's just, like, dancing and just doing all his stuff too.
He Drew
Y'all
got
are like the people who are, like y'all seem like you have, like, a real, like, artist background, I guess, or just, like, I don't know how to explain it.
well, here's the thing. When I look at those two, they're when I listen to their music, and that's automatically where I'm going into when I listen to their stuff is their music. They put some time into their production. That's when I know that I'm dealing with some guys that not only do they know how to convey their message to the audience, but they know how to produce music. They
Yeah,
really sit there and produce it. So that's the thing with those both of those gentlemen. They both know how to produce really well, and I learned a lot being around them. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, we all got our different things, and even with you, I think you're gonna, like I said, I think you're gonna do amazing stuff with your music, and I'm
thanks.
all for it. I'm all for. I think we need more women uh, doing it. You know,
Fuck yeah.
yeah. You know what
I
I'm saying?
don't feel, like, discriminated against, but it's so weird because like, I always think about that, and I'm also like, "Well, don't make that a thing if it's not a thing," but
It's not really a thing. There is more women doing it. It's just it's
I'm thinking about in, like, town. Like, I know there are girls doing it, but it's almost like I've got, like, "Okay, well, I'm not one of the boys," so it's just weird, if that makes sense. But, like, it is nice knowing there's a bunch of girls, and there's a bunch of girls in trap and bass and, like yeah, I don't yeah, the world needs more girls to make
yes,
music.
yes, 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 it does, it does. And I encourage women to, like my little niece, she's learning how to. I'm teaching her how to play the piano, and she
Aw.
always coming in my room, want to sit over my shoulder and watch me make music and stuff. And
How
I,
old is she?
she's 6.
Aw, baby.
Yeah, she's 6, and she picking it up. The piano's like really fast, like
I
super
bet.
fast.
That's crazy that kids can do that.
I know, right? We live in a brave new world where AI is teaching these kids, but also just me sitting down, working with her, and trying to help her understand how to do certain things. So that's part of it too. So
Well, it's good she has you.
yes, 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 yes. But yeah, I mean, I just hope that my whole goal with Wilson is just to influence people and and to just hopefully bring some lighter things into the world. I'm really another thing about me people don't know is that I do have a sense of humor, and I do have a sense of humor, and I don't think people understand why I call myself I Wilson, and I haven't really conveyed that too much. But hopefully, with this new camera I get and the new stuff that I'm doing, you get to see the humor that I have, and either you like it or not, you know what I'm saying. But I do have a sense of humor.
I think you do too.
Yeah. So I can be really goofy at times, super goofy sometimes.
That's important. Yeah, I feel like people just take things so seriously.
They take it too seriously. Sometimes it's okay to laugh. It's okay to just have a good time and just have fun and just have some laughs going on. It's nothing. Laughter is good for the soul, and really, laughter can cure a lot of different things. It can cure depression and stress. And sometimes I read a story where a dude had terminally ill cancer, and one of his friends came in there. Just they were just talking about old stories and had him dying laughing. He was just cracking up. And the next day, they said his cancer was going into remission,
Oh,
and he felt like that just because he was so stressed and everybody was praying over him, and he didn't feel good. But when his friend came over and just made him laugh throughout the whole day, just he just said that he didn't even think about it no more. Then the next day, the doctor tell him like, "Well, it looks like you're going into remission here, man."
he needed some laughs.
Yeah, he needed some laughs. He needed some laughs. He had to get that out of his system. So I think I think that's another thing too. Like humor is not really like a thing in music anymore. Like nobody's being funny no more. Everybody's just I don't know, so serious with their craft and they just wanna
I
I don't
guess you
know.
gotta look cool. I don't
Yeah, you
know.
gotta look cool. You
I'm
gotta
up there on stage and I'm like laughing to myself because I'm like, "Oh my god, I can't breathe. I'm so sweaty. I need some water. I just fucked up this transition. Oh my god, now I can't save my," and I was like, "These people would probably be like, 'What is she doing up there?'"
right, right,
So I
and they
just start
so good.
laughing. I don't know.
I be laughing too, 'cause I'm like, damn, I'm hot.
Well,
Shit.
nobody can see you laughing.
And I know I was like, I'd be like, man, I'm hot, man. I just want to just take this whole thing off. I'm just drenching with sweat right now.
You could, like, rip off the mask and then do, like, a backspin on the thing and be like,
Right, right, right. I was thinking about that. And another friend of mine told me like you could just take your head off and have another head on with your face on it though, but it's like a little like a stocking cap or something. It just
"Oh my god."
I may use that. I'm thinking I'm gonna use that because that's actually funny. And yeah, but I think having humor is a good thing, and I think it's something. It's not a lot of it, especially in the electronic music world. It's not a lot of it. It's just everybody's so serious, and only the person that I think that adds some humor to his stuff is Marshmallow, and that's about it.
Yeah, I have kinda noticed that of just, like, and maybe I'm not looking at the right or, like, the people, but it's like when I first started, I was like, "Fuck, this is hard," and, like, I wanna give up so bad, and, like, nobody talks about how hard this is, and, like, am I having a hard time, or is this normal? And, like, so I feel like you were saying, like, just being transparent, I feel like that would be important to inspire other people to be like, "Yeah, it's okay, like, it's hard, but it's normal."
Yeah, yeah. I think you have to be you. I think authenticity is very important to convey. We're not machines. We're human
Right,
beings. We
right.
make mistakes. And I think everybody that made mistakes deserve a second chance, but also understanding that if you made a mistake, you have a story to say, like, hey, I made a mistake. It happened. Either you can laugh about it or you can just say this mistake was just so bad that you just talked about it, but it's not a laughing matter. But I think authenticity is very important. And when I wear that head and when I'm on the stage, that's me being authentic. I can't move with the head because the head's gonna fall off. So for people that wonder why I'm so stiff, it's because I got this big ass head on my shoulder that doesn't have any type of straps or anything. And my head, my normal head has grown since then, since it was developed. So it can barely fit on there now. So it's like, and then I let my hair grow out a little bit too. So that's why a new one is getting made as we speak right now. But I think authenticity is very important. I
I
think you have to
agree.
be 100% authentic with your audience and the people that surround you.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hey, I'm here. What else you want to talk about? We here.
I know, we're right here. I don't Zoom doesn't tell you how long you've been recording. Does it tell you?
Nah, it doesn't tell me. Don't tell me at all. But I'm pretty sure you're gonna probably edit some of this stuff or whatever.
I mean, I was just gonna like make sure it sounds good, cancel out some noise and put it all in there.
Ah, okay. Well, that's perfect. I'm cool with that.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, unless you want to talk about anything else, I just wanted to find out more about you and what all that means to you and why you think being fearless is important. And you told me all that. And yeah,
Well, what else about me? Well, I am African American, as you can see, and there's not a lot of black EDM artists that's out there that I know personally, and I think that's a good thing to show too, and that's one thing that I want to convey to people that you can do this music and have fun with it. You know, there's no boundaries, but you know, especially the time that we're living in, and you know, with everything that's been going on. I my whole goal with what I want to do for the world is just to inspire, but also to tell people it's okay to, like we just talked about, be authentically yourself. And um, I never been the type to ask anybody to accept me. You dig what I'm saying? I never been the type to say, "Hey, I want you to accept me for who I am." Like I'm not begging for nobody to accept me for me. I'm my own person. I'm my own individual. I'm not perfect, and I don't plan on walking around pretending that I am perfect. I've made mistakes and done idiotic things in my past, like most people have.
Right.
Um, yeah, and the one thing that I can just say is that with everything going on, I want people to understand that it's not everybody's a bad guy, but it's not for me to try to make you see me any type of different. I just want you to see me as a human being, like I see you as a human being, and uh,
Right.
we can have those conversations. But I don't want you to feel like coming around me that we just gotta talk about that. We don't have to talk about that. If long as you treat me as a person, as an individual, we're cool. I don't judge you off of the skin color or your nationality or your sexual lifestyle or whatever the case is. I don't judge you off that. I judge you how you move as a person. There are a lot of good people and there's a lot of bad people. And guess what? Those bad people come in different shapes, forms, sizes, and colors and stuff too. So it's like there's good people in this world and there's bad people in this world. We're all people at the end of the day. And um, I'm not going into any situation trying to, you know, this and that and this and that and the third. I just want you to just treat me as, as a human being, as I treat you. And we can move on from there. Don't necessarily have to be a big conversation about it. And
Yeah.
because it's like,
Well, do you think that's a form of, like, ignoring it?
no, it's
Not
not a
talk
form of
about it?
ignoring it. I think it's not. I'm not ignoring any of it. Police brutality has been going on for years,
Right.
and I think things are changing from it. But it doesn't need to be. If we know what it is and we can get there and accomplish it and get it past it, then I think we can have those conversations. But I'm saying, like, I'm not ignoring the situation, but I'm also saying that I'm saying that, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to get my words together. I'm trying to say that I'm not knowing the situation. I'm very much so aware of the situation, and I've been through different situations like that. But I'm saying that we're here now, and things are getting to where it needs to be. It's getting, well, I think it is, but I don't know because the thing in Atlanta just happened. So I think we still just
Yeah.
have to keep pushing and keep moving forward, but also understanding that you know, these types of conversations have to happen. They have to be talked about, and as long as you can respect it and we can respect each other while we had a conversation, we can move forward.
Right. I think that's good about our generations is just, like, I don't know, we're just born in a different time, and so I feel like maybe it's easier to even have those conversations versus not.
Right, right, and I mean, I've had a lot of I had a I had a lot of white friends, and some of them, they talk to me about it and they try to understand it, and I try to tell them that, and I also tell them that, um, racism for me, I can honestly say I haven't experienced much. I experienced it one time, and when it happened, I didn't know how to react to it because I was so young when it happened,
Uh-huh.
and it just took me to understand what was going on, and really do research about racism. Like, where does it come from? Where does all this stuff come from? Like, it's it's from the same place that fear comes from.
Totally.
You fear what you don't understand,
Totally.
and it's so easy to get so caught up into something because you're afraid. You're afraid of the unknown. You don't know what's gonna happen. Um, as I told you earlier, fearless is the thing that people should It's a metaphor that people should go by. Being fearless about anything, you can't assume anything in life. Life is one big ass mystery that we all still trying to figure out to this day. We don't even know where we're gonna go after we die.
Right.
And that's scary as shit.
Yeah.
There's no certainty to that. You know, what we can do is improve on letting go of the fear and just what we're doing now, talking, figuring out the problem, getting a solution to the problem, and trying to move forward from the problem. But I mean, I've been bullied a lot, and I've been mistreated a lot. So, I've had to go through my own issues and going through things, and there's different sorts of things I went through. So yeah, like I said, I dealt with my own. I dealt with racism before, but when that happened, I didn't really know how to handle it until I just did my research about it. And then I had to talk to my parents about it, and they had to explain that shit to me. And it is what it is. But I think we're living in a good time now where people are listening and they're understanding about it and they're doing something about it. So yeah,
I think so too.
uh huh,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Well, thanks for
uh,
sharing all that.
yeah, no problem, no problem. Hopefully that was. I hope I conveyed that message to the people. I'm not ignoring any of this stuff. I'm very much aware. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't mean to like say that or
no,
like
no,
to
I know
just
what you
sound
meant.
like that.
I know what you meant. I know what you meant. It's all good. Yeah, I'm fully aware of it. So yeah. Hey, look, I'm an open book. I can tell you things about me that I'm kind of an introvert, extrovert type of guy. Like I can talk to you, but then there's times I don't talk. I think there's the Pisces in me,
Same, yeah. I feel very like, yeah, I can do both.
and I feel like with Pisces, we can be somewhat a little bit psychic in a sense,
Oh, totally.
and we have a good sense of people. Like we know we're dealing with some good people and some bad people. Sometimes we're a little off though, sometimes because we try to give people the benefit of the doubt. So, you know.
Yeah, that story of my life.
I know. And there's times I know where you be at. Sometimes you have your down moments and you just feel like, oh fuck my life. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Then there'll be times where you just be so uppity and happy and you want to just convey and talk to people and this and that. So I already know how it be. It just be like an up and down struggle with us.
Yeah, it's like, what's the day? What's the weather like?
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I can talk to you about what's coming up next. I think with me doing the finger drumming, I'm gonna do a lot more of those. I have two projects already together. I just have to arrange them and mix them down, which ain't gonna take too much long. But the hybrid trap stuff takes a little bit longer because it's such a detailed.
Oh my
Uh,
god, there's so many parts.
I know it's very detailed and it's very. It's almost like you just really have to take your time with it. It
Mhm.
can be overbearing too.
Yeah, sometimes I have to be like, "Okay, I gotta put this away for today."
Yeah, yeah. But when it comes to like me making lo-fi stuff or future funk stuff, or vaporwave stuff, that stuff is really easy. It's just like boom, just like right there. So I don't know with R. Wilson, I just feel like I'm just an experimental artist. I love all genres. I can do all genres, but
I know, that's so cool.
I but I want people to understand that what you like from me, that's what you like. It's almost like I'm leaving that interpretation for you to decide what you like from me. It's
Mhm.
not to say like I like doing this, I like doing that. I could do it all. I could put out all types of music, but whatever you like from me is that I leave that to your interpretation. So it's like, hey, you like the lo-fi stuff from me? Cool, I got lo-fi stuff. You like hybrid trap from me? I got that too. So
You like hair
uh,
metal?
Say again?
Hair metal?
Air metal?
Hair metal, like The Rock? Rock
Oh,
metal.
yeah, 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 yeah. I could do that. I ain't got into that yet, but I could do that. But hey, look, whatever you like from me, I leave that for your interpretation. It's almost
Yeah.
like I don't know. I like film. I'm a movie buff too, by the way. I love movies, and one of my favorite films that I like was I like this director. His name is Christopher Nolan. He did all the
The
Batman movies,
Batmans,
which I love.
yeah.
Yeah, he did Inception, and Inception had an ending where I think you've seen the movie, right, with Leonardo DiCaprio and stuff.
I've seen, like, parts of it.
Right. At the end, he made it to his kids, and he had that little thing where he twisted around to see if he was still dreaming or was he not. At the end of the movie, it still kept twizzling around and whatnot. So we really don't know if he made it back home or not. And
Oh,
when I went
goodness.
back and looked at the interviews, he was saying that that ending was made on purpose to make the audience make a decision on whether he made it home or not.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah,
How
so
they can just, like, leave it up in the air like that.
exactly. So I think with I Wilson, I'm such an ambiguous person and I'm such a guy that has so many layers. I just leave it to y'all to decide what y'all like from me. How about that? And whatever you like is what you like.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
so
Well,
yeah.
yeah, I appreciate you sharing all that. I feel like it's probably been like 2 hours, but
Yes.
I think it's great. I think I realized I just have to save my tracks in mono and then that it's less file space, so
Ah, yes, yes. Well, hopefully, hopefully I answered all the
Oh my
questions.
god, no, you did. Yeah, I'm so happy that I got to talk to you.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't tell you my whole life story because that would have took up like all the podcast. We would have never got to the juicy stuff or whatever.
Right, right, right. Well, yeah, I feel like there's room for plenty more podcasts, and we totally have to do a back to back for sure when you like get your EP out.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. I can go down. I can tell you like what I was thinking about when I was doing it, and
Oh my god, like video game style?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I put up a picture of me with this arcade thing that I bought, Pandora Box 11, where it got like 2,200 video games on there, retro video games.
Oh shit, 2200?
2,200.
I got the one that's got like 30, but it's still so cool that they create that and you can play now.
I know, and it's such a stress reliever too, because it's trying to take me back to the days of me going to the
Yeah.
arcade and playing those video games and stuff. So I'm a big nostalgia person as well too.
Same, yeah, same.
I love nostalgia. I mean, I got a fucking Terminator poster, the 1984 Terminator poster in my room. So
Old school. Yeah, we could totally do like a nostalgic show or something.
I am
We could
down for it.
have we could like bring your Pandora's box of my Nintendo and like people can plug and play like Nintendo.
I would love that. And I wish you would have came to my first show because
I
it was a
know.
Memphis lo-fi video game anime show where we had anime in the background and people was playing video games and stuff like this.
Damn. I
Yeah,
think
that's
that was
what
before I came in the scene, or maybe I don't really know, but well, you just got to do another one.
I will. I will. I plan on doing a few more, and the next shows I do, I was like trying to tell artists that you will get compensated for it, and the first two shows I was just trying to figure things out and trying to understand how to run a show.
I'll
It's
play a
not as
free show for you any day.
I appreciate that love. I appreciate it a lot, but I really am about the artist, and I understand that y'all time
Totally.
is very precious. So I would prefer to pay you, but the thing is, if I pay you, I want a longer set. So it's like I want to I think we all need to practice on doing more because Will Gilliam, I'm gonna say this, he pushed the hell out of me. He's the only person that pushed me. He pushed the hell out of me. He made me do a set for an hour with the head on. I was like, what? I want you to do an hour, man. I was like, I don't know, Will. I can do you 30 minutes. Nah, man, I need an hour from you, man.
Oh my God.
I was like, fuck. Okay, it's a challenge. Okay, whatever, I'll do it. And I did it. And
Fuck
now
yeah.
I got enough stamina to do an hour.
Yay.
I know, right? And now I need to add another hour too.
I know I could not like sometimes when I'm playing around, I can do it longer than an hour, but I couldn't imagine like not going to the bathroom for 2 hours or,
Do
I don't
you
know.
where do you see yourself with what you're doing? Like where do you see it going for yourself? Like what do you see like how do you see yourself? Do you see yourself with tens of thousands of people performing at a festival going like a couple
Yeah.
hours?
Yeah. I don't know about a couple hours, but I mean, I at least see myself like, uh, I mean, I want to tour the world and I figure what better way than to like fucking tour the world.
Exactly.
So, I
Exactly.
mean, I'm not really sure of the how, but I kind of decided that I want to do it. So I'm just like, okay, I guess I'm at the beginning.
Right,
But
right.
I think it can happen. So I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what I want to do career-wise, but I mean, I feel like being an artist is pretty special and I feel like if we're trying to bring authenticity to the industry, like I feel like I could get big. I just have to work hard.
Hey, we all doing it. And I was just asking that question because I was just like, I get asked that question, like, where do you see yourself? Where you want to go? Like I said, I want to tour the world. I want to bring joy and happiness to people. And
Yes.
I want to have fun doing this. And from a creative standpoint with I can kind of play around with some ideas content wise that I want to do. Because like I told you, I'm a big film person and I love movies. I love filmmakers. That's why I originally wanted to go to school for because I like stories. I like telling stories. And I felt like music at one point in time was like the artist telling their stories and it conveyed 46 minute to maybe an
Yeah.
hour long.
I mean, I feel like that. I feel like you kind of got to take people on a journey.
Yeah, and the journey sometimes is a bumpy road, but at the end of the day, because people fight their demons, they fight through different type of obstacles. But at the end of the day, if you follow along and you see the progression, it's like a satisfying thing when you say, "Hey, I followed this guy from the beginning to see where he's at now." It's like, man,
Right.
it is the same thing. And like you, I want to perform all over the place. I still haven't. I bought a passport a few years ago, and I wanted to go to Tokyo, and I haven't got a chance to do that yet. And I don't know if I'm ever going to do this because of the coronavirus shit.
Right. Well, I feel like maybe new things will come about next year or we'll know more than we do now about traveling.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is so weird.
I know, and like I said, I wanted to go to Tokyo. I spent some money on Rosetta Stone to learn some Japanese, and because I'm an anime fan, and I wanted to
Right.
just go over there and just vibe out and see what it was about over there.
I feel like you'll get to soon.
I hope so,
You
and
will.
and
You'll have
this,
a whole Asia tour.
I know I want to do that. Let's go and set that up now. Like, let's go and do that, and I have a few people talk to me about doing some tours, but like I said, I would prefer to do tours with people that I know personally,
Uh-huh.
like yourself, Drew, Will, and just all of us go out and just bang out and just do like a little mini tour or whatever, and just
That
have
would be
fun.
really cool.
I know, right?
Yay.
No worries, no nothing. We just go out and just do our thing, and then each of us. And then it was the cool thing about it. Each of us brings something different to each set.
Mhm.
So that's the
Yeah.
that's the one cool thing about it. I think that's the cool thing about this scene. Everybody's set is different. Nobody has the same set. Everybody's set is completely different.
I think so too. I think it's good. I think yeah, everybody's got their own style. I'm glad that I didn't just not do anything because like I was like, "Where's the trap music?" But yeah, it's exciting. We all
I,
kind of fit together.
I definitely after this podcast, I definitely want to do one on you because I'm fascinated about you as well. I want to know some
Oh
things.
my god.
Yeah, I do. I do. I want to know some things about you. I want to see where your inspirations came from and what you was into and what got you started. And like I asked you that question, where you see yourself going with this, and
Mhm.
I think that was a realistic answer. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, hopefully we can do that.
Well, at least we know each other. We're both here for our beginnings. Well, you kind of have a head start, but it will be cool to watch where each other goes.
Hey, I'm still at the head start. What are you talking about? I'm
You're
still
like you're like 2 feet ahead of me
well. I
or
mean,
like 2 yards.
right, and I'm still, I like you. I'm still growing as I became. Like I said, I'm a producer who jumped into a whole nother arena and learning a whole nother type of foreign language, and making mistakes as I go. But at the end of the day, it's all about being fearless and just going with it, like jumping in that pool, not knowing how to swim and just teaching yourself how to swim, you know what I'm saying? And just keep practicing till you get better. So that's what I'm doing.
Yes. I think you're doing great.
Thank you. And it's the
Doing
same as
great.
you. So
Thanks.
I want to end this podcast by shouting out everybody, shouting you out for bringing me in. I want to shout out
Of
to everybody
course.
that's been supportive of the brand and what I've been doing, and hopefully they continue the journey. And I want to throw a special shout out to all the venue owners in this city that support what we're doing and keep supporting us, and don't think it's not going unnoticed. It's very much so going noticed.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
So
second all those.
Black Lodge, Growlers,
Canvas.
Canvas, even the whack ass Rec Room and Society Memphis. I love them guys, and you definitely should do a set of Society. That's a different vibe there.
Yeah, I haven't been there yet. I don't really skate, so I just feel I don't know. I just feel
You,
like that's like a scene that I'm not familiar with.
you drink coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a coffee lounge in there. It's a unique place to be, and I enjoy performing there twice there, and it's a vibe there for sure.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll have to go up there with you.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. We gotta have coffee up there.
Yes.
I
Well, thanks so much again, Odd. Well, yeah, I feel like we could just talk forever and ever and ever and ever and
I
ever.
know, but it's only so much time, and I know you gotta go, and I
You're
got
good,
homework
dude.
and shit, dude.
Yeah, you got to do homework. Well, I will talk to you very soon and I will shoot you some of the stuff that I've been working on. And yeah, I'm going to stay fearless.
Hey, let's do it, and let me know when you post this, and I'll repost it and stuff and
Yeah,
share.
let everybody know where they can find your music.
I certainly will. SoundCloud. You go to where I on SoundCloud, Bandcamp. I'm on Bandcamp for a short amount of time, so if you really want to get at my music on Bandcamp, go ahead and do it, because once I launch my website, I'm taking all my music off Bandcamp. I'm just gonna sell all my stuff on the website. Uh, Me and Bandcamp been having some issues lately, and I just, some things that they charge you for is kind of ridiculous, and I think that I just do better if I just sell my product on my actual website.
For sure.
So you want my music is on Bandcamp. I'm on all the streaming platforms. Yeah, and like I said, when I get ready to launch my website again, there's all my content stuff, everything that I do will be available on the website, merchandise, content, music, all this stuff. And some of these platforms, I'm not going to have it too accessible to everybody. I feel like if you're an R. Wilson person and you mess with me, you like what I do, you'll come to the website and get the music that you want and everything that you want.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and I'll put links for all your stuff in the description so people can click on them.
Yeah, yeah. So, hey, like I said, if y'all Bandcamp, it's only for a short amount of time. The website is gonna be coming next month. So, like I said, hey, you want my music, Bandcamp, go ahead and get it now, because like I said, I'm gonna be taking it off real soon.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again.
Thank
I
you.
will talk to you soon, and I hope you get all your homework done and have a good day. Night.
You too, and take care. And make sure you send me that music. I want to check you out and see what you got going.
I will. I will. Okay. Bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks again for tuning into this week's episode of Embrace the Madness. Don't forget to subscribe so you can learn to live your best life.